What if the path to success everyone was taught to follow was never meant to lead to freedom? From a young age, society lays out a formula: study hard, earn good grades, secure a stable job. Yet, despite ticking every box, many still feel something is missing, as if they're running a race without ever seeing the finish line. The truth is, countless people are unknowingly trapped in a system built not to elevate them, but to keep them comfortably stuck. This invisible trap, much like a mousetrap, is designed to be easy to enter and nearly impossible to escape. It's called the middle-class trap, a subtle yet powerful mechanism that locks people in a cycle of survival. Not poor enough to qualify as struggling, yet never rich enough to break free, they live month to month, unable to accumulate true wealth or freedom. They're caught between comfort and constraint, often without even realizing it. Within this structure, income ranges paint a clearer picture. Those earning between $10,000 and $16,600 monthly are considered upper middle class. From $5,000 to $10,000, they sit in the traditional middle class. Below that, between $3,300 and $5,000, lies the lower middle class, and under $3,300 marks the lower class. These numbers may fluctuate, but the trap is always the same. It targets those who have just enough to make financial mistakes, but not enough to recover easily. The first snare tightens when people start spending to impress others, often with money that isn't theirs. While billionaires can host extravagant $10 million weddings without a dent in their fortune, middle-class families often pour half their life savings, or more, into one event, even taking on debt to do so. It doesn't stop at weddings. The allure of status drives purchases of luxury cars, expensive vacations, and the latest technology, all in pursuit of a lifestyle they haven't earned. When income falls short, credit steps in. Installment plans, personal loans, and revolving debt replace financial growth. Consumption mimics wealth, but the earnings still reflect a paycheck-to-paycheck reality. And so, the spiral deepens. Then comes the second trap: trusting advice from the wrong sources. For decades, banks have encouraged the public to rely on savings accounts and low-yield investments under the guise of security. But inflation quietly erodes their value. Meanwhile, banks profit from ignorance, offering peace of mind while hiding the opportunities that create true wealth. They'll never tell you how to escape the system because your loyalty funds their success. The third layer of this trap plays on human emotion. Fear drives the initial hustle. The anxiety of not having enough compels people to work harder, seek promotions, and chase stability. But once some money starts flowing in, greed takes over. The need to make up for past scarcity manifests in indulgent purchases and lifestyle upgrades. Shopping becomes therapy. Dining out becomes routine. A sense of reward floods the brain with each swipe of the card. Soon, weekends become spending rituals, and income is no longer a tool for freedom, but fuel for maintenance. People work more just to sustain the image they've built. What was once a dream becomes a treadmill they can't step off. But perhaps the most widespread misconception is the belief that traditional education is the key to success. From childhood, the message is drilled in: get good grades, go to college, land a job. Yet the real world tells a different story. Many top-performing students, the ones praised by teachers and held up as role models, end up in stable yet limited careers. Meanwhile, the so-called underachievers often learn from hardship, develop grit, and build businesses from the ground up. Academic excellence doesn't always translate to financial intelligence. Most schools never teach how money works, how to invest, or how to build lasting wealth. As a result, high achievers can spend their lives chasing stability while missing out on the keys to true independence. The fourth and most deceptive trap comes disguised as opportunity: financial scams and pyramid schemes. These don't prey on the desperate. They target those on the rise. Just as someone starts to gain traction, they're introduced to exclusive investments through new social circles. Buzzwords like crypto, foreign project, or passive income are paired with promises of 10% monthly returns and zero risk. These schemes don't come with warning labels. They come dressed in luxury, technical jargon, and flattery. They appeal to ego, making people feel special, chosen, and smarter than the rest. But when things go south, the fall is devastating. Years of hard work vanish in weeks. Marriages crumble, businesses collapse, and entire life savings evaporate. And here lies the cruel irony. The people most vulnerable to these traps are not the poorest, but the ones with just enough to lose something significant. They mistake access for understanding. Some came into money by chance, an inheritance, a land sale, a lucky investment. But without the foundation of financial education, that luck becomes a liability. Because having money isn't the same as knowing what to do with it. If something sounds too good to be true, ask the simplest question. If it's that good, why are they offering it to me? Real opportunities don't come hidden in WhatsApp messages or whispered at barbecues. They come with transparency, clear risks, and accountability. Any offer that avoids clarity is likely a trap. The game has changed. Technology has opened doors to knowledge, but it's also equipped scammers with new tools and polished words. Escaping the middle-class trap isn't about working harder or following the old script. It's about learning how the system works and choosing not to play by its rules. Because the script was never written to make you free. It was designed to keep you moving, spending, and believing that just a little more effort will lead to happiness. But freedom doesn't come from effort alone. It comes from awareness, education, and the courage to walk away from illusions. In a world built to distract and deceive, those who don't understand the game will always be used as pawns in someone else's strategy. Thanks for watching InvestingFlix, where smart money learns smarter moves. Subscribe for more insights that grow your wealth.